Good morning. Back at it today. This will be the third day of cotton planting and hoping for a good day. I'm first thing this morning I'm going to go spray that 125 acre field, and I'll fill this up again at some point. I don't know if I'll do that right after, so it's ready to spray. I got one other little patch, but get that sprayed and then go drive out there and plant it right behind it, and so that way I can get that field's kind of awkward to get to just because of the roads and all that. So get it sprayed, back, go get it planted and back, and then keep trucking along. Coming up to this one of the worst spots. Can't say it's the worst spot, but it's one of the worst spots. This intersection here, it's all silted over there, and for sure right there, and then it is completely washed out right where I need to go. So throttle it way back and try to find a route. And they've rebuilt this up here over the time, the years, but this just becomes a river. All of it comes out of that field and down from that road. You can see how bad it's washed over there also, but just a mess. And I got a real full load, heavy load here, so taking it nice and slow. And that was better than I expected. Up here though, it gets low again, and it's where the water came out of the ditch and it ran along the road, so it's like a creek bottom. So stay tuned. Here's the next spot. The road is got a shift way down here. The road is gone. So that's fun. Made it. This wasn't as bad as I expected. It's pretty good between those spots, so. But I'm glad I didn't do this last night when it was in the dark. Alright, I gotta get a little creative here. Opening these booms here with power line wires on both sides. I guarantee you don't want to catch a power line wire. Now I can tilt those down just a hair and open them up and avoid the fences and the power lines and all the things. Okay, I'm gonna get straightened up on my right rows and check back with you. All right, I'm set up. I'm gonna spray over the fence just a hair to keep my fence real clean from, you know, those weeds coming over. On this farm, it's got a fence all the way around, telephone poles on this side. So what I do is I basically make 2 rounds. I'll go down there. Each side has a track line. You know, I don't know. I need to. Been thinking about this. I'd love to have I'd like to find a way to get the globe and the screen on my mule and my side-by-side and be able to map all my boundaries and draw track lines for all the sides. I know that deer can do that. I just don't know what exactly to get. So if you know what I need to be able to do that with a non-deer side-by-side, let me know. I think it's a wiring harness possibly, but I'd like to be able to do that. So I'll basically make the round, and then I normally always just do this east side a second round because of the fence, but there's also a fence on the other side, and I'm like, why wouldn't I not do that? So I end up just making 2 rounds and then the inside, and that seems to go a lot better because then when I turn, I don't have to worry about anything on my booms hitting stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. I made the perimeter once. That was the hard part. Now it's a lot easier. I don't have to avoid the poles and the fences and all that. The mesquite trees. That end over there's got some mesquite trees that the fence row that I got to pick up and over. So also my shoulder. I have to hold my arm right here to control the booms. My shoulder's got to catch. I got some shoulder issues from football, so that'll be fun as I get older. I'm coming up on this rocky hill up here, and I've known it. I've noticed it other years. I've not farmed this farm many years, but there's more careless weeds or pigweeds up here, and so I was hoping I killed some of them when I sprayed before, but now more have come up, and the field is just grass and some few broadleafs that I can kill with just Roundup. So it didn't make sense to put anything in there to make sure I kill those. I'm hoping, wishful thinking, right, that some of those are not Roundup resistant, because there's quite a few of them, but you never know. This field was in continuous wheat, no-till wheat for I don't know how many years, and then with like an NRCS no-till, like a kind of cover crop blend after that. And so I don't know if it was sprayed, how much it was sprayed. So maybe those are old seeds that are not resistant yet. I doubt it, but maybe. So I'll get it cleaned up. We'll see what's left, and then hopefully maybe I can get Emily and the boys to come over here with my side-by-side and the pull-behind sprayer I got for that, and we'll go over and hit those spots, since it really is just that area. Well, spraying's going well, but things have taken an unexpected turn. That was not anywhere on the forecast or the record radar for today. And I just I looked at the north, I was like, it's kind of cloudy. And then I looked back again, I was like, it's getting a little more cloudier. It's getting cloudier. So I just looked on the radar. Let me just show you. From nothing to this, coming towards us, south. So, I got a big bump here. So, I'm spraying, and Dad was about to start planting. Sorry. A little rough here. Lots of water. So Dad was about to start planting. I called him. I said, "Hey, have you seen the radar?" Wasn't on our radar. And so I've got 70 bags of seed that are $345 a piece sitting out in the open. And so my wife's gone to church. I'm skipping today because gotta get this done. And so Dad is going to go try to get in the barn for me. I guess I'm going to keep spraying in case it falls apart. And I got to get this sprayed. It's too weedy, and if it rains some more, it's going to get way out of hand. So if it doesn't kill very good, I can spray it again. But anyways, what are you going to do about that? I don't know. So just praying now that for clarity, that, I mean, Lord knows what's got to get done. And I'm just right now praying that Dad can get all that in the barn, no problem, undercover, so that the seed doesn't get ruined in the rain. So stay tuned. I don't really know what's happening. Still watching the radar. It's never as blue when you're under it as when you're watching it coming. That's the way it seems. Hold on, getting a call. That was a call from my mom. I told her to call me when the wind gets to their house. I'm afraid, I'm hoping, I'm thinking that some of this radar signature is from wind gusts. And so I'm gonna, of course I'm going the wrong direction, but I'm gonna make this round and get folded up and get to the end of the field. So if it does rain or get really windy, my boom is not open and exposed to the wind gusts, which it may be. I may be late on that. So I'm going to try to get to where, if it does rain, I'm parked in the right direction to get out, and I can just drive out and not have to turn in the mud. I'm hoping it's not going to be like that muddy, but anyways, I'll let you know. Okay, wind is it's right here. You see the dust blowing? So I'm gonna go ahead and get folded up. I think this is the right decision. If it's gonna be that bad, I don't need to have this stuff 100 feet of boom sticking out in the wind, getting thrashed around. So at least that's what I'm thinking. What a mess. Okay. All right. I mean, see, like that's dust back over there, not rain coming down, and that's dust. I'm sure, I know there's rain in it probably, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna wait. There it is. A little bit of rain with it, but mostly lots of wind at this point. The worst is behind me. I've decided to leave. I don't know if this is the right decision or not. It's not raining that bad. It sounds bad because the wind's really blowing, but it is raining. I hope this was the right decision. I don't really want to get stuck either down in this spot because I have to go. You saw where I had to go. So I don't know. Say a prayer for me that I make it back safely and without getting stuck. I either should have stayed or should have gone. I can't show you much because I'm trying to slide off into the ditch here, but what a stinking mess this has become. It's not raining that much, but it is, and I'm sure I'm making a total mess. Golly. Well, live and you learn. I'm a little nervous. I got one muddy spot here to get through, so just gonna have to send it. What a mess! I made it. Oh, my sprayer. Golly, I'm frustrated by that. Not by the weather. I guess I should have just come home. I don't know, or stay. I don't know what the right decision was, but it's a mess. That doesn't look bad. That is bad. I couldn't look back to see what kind of ruts I was making. I got into that wet spot and it was not great, but thankful for four-wheel drive on this tractor. So, well, looks like I'll be out planting for a few days at least. Just gotta hope that what I did plant doesn't get too much rain and can push through it. If not, I've got it planted, so I don't have to get back to replanting. Getting it planted the first time is the priority. I'll come back and check on other stuff, but the way this cloud looks, it appears that everything's getting a drink. So when will I plant again? I have no idea. I gotta do some cleaning. I gotta wash off the sprayer and other stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. If you're gonna farm it. Surprise bonus footage here. I thought it would be worth filling you in. I got my truck in, everything in the barn, and I'm obviously in my truck now. It barely rained over there, which I'm thankful for, because I had some cotton planted over there. Nothing in the gauge registered, so less than a tenth. So that's good. I would assume that the farm I planted over in Old Glory is good as well, based on the radar. Looks like it's light or nothing over there as well. So thankful for the cotton not getting a big rain on it. 2 tenths at Dad's house, and then the next gauge east had 3500ths, and then this last gauge east had 1/2 inch. That would explain why it was pretty sloppy when I was driving back with the tractor. I don't know what it did there, because I hightailed out of there, but I definitely drove through the worst of the storm, down the worst road that I have to go down. So that's fun. I'll get to clean up some mud off of the sprayer, but what that looks like, I don't know. Dad, how fast is 2 tenths going to burn off? I don't know. Probably not faster than the little bit over back at the barn, which was still a little wet yesterday. Does it put them on par as far as dryness? I don't know. I'm not sure. I may check this afternoon. If the sun will come out, that little bit over near the barn may burn off and can get going on something over there. Maybe not this afternoon, but in the morning, spray or plant, maybe both, and then come back over here. I don't know, but that's the update. 1/2 inch. That was unexpected and made things a little interesting, but everything's good. We'll move on and have a great day tomorrow. See you next time.